Hi, this is Jill from Humu Yoga, and this is the Gentle Yoga class. This week we're working with the theme of aging. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started and take us to a quiet centering, and then I'll go through some inspirational quotes on aging, and then I'm going to go ahead and weave those quotes into the practice. And today's practice, we're focusing on hips and shoulders. And just so you know, every week I teach a new class with a different theme and a different focus. So if this is something you like, please subscribe. We'll go ahead and get started. So just notice how you're sitting. If this is cross-legged position is not accessible to you, you could be out, right, like this, or maybe have your feet together, but you want to be able to sit up. So maybe even sitting up on a blanket or a block, but find what works in your body and then take your hands down to the side and take a moment to lift up. So notice, is your pelvis tilted back, or can you really lift up? And then from there, just close the eyes, and we're going to focus on bandhas, or internal locks, and they support us from inside out. So just notice the muscles you're sitting on or pelvic floor and just engage it. It's not like a total squeezing, just enough that you're engaged and supported. We call that mula bandha, and that means root lock. And then above that, below the belly button, draw the belly back and notice, can you get a sense of lifting upward? Uddiyana bandha, it means flying upward. And then at the top of the spine, just draw the chin down. We call that Jalandhara bandha, or chin lock, and it seals in the energy of the bandhas. And now you're supported from inside out, and you can just release the hands, and we can focus on the breath. So keeping the bandhas engaged, breathe into your rib cage. Inhale, feel the rib cage expand. Exhale, feel the rib cage draw closer together. Inhale, try to keep the inhalations and exhalations equal in length. And one more. Inhale and exhale. And then take the hands together at heart center, and we'll vibrate together with the mantra Om, and then I will go through the quotes. Inhale. Do not grow old, no matter how long you live. Never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which we were born. Aging is not lost youth, but a new stage of opportunity and strength. With age comes wisdom. With wisdom comes connection. With connection comes peace. The longer I live, the more beautiful life becomes. Yoga teaches us to embrace every stage of life with grace, strength, and presence. Aging is simply another pose to hold with awareness. Aging. It's a really appropriate theme for me this week because I just turned 63, and I feel really so blessed and happy with my yoga practice because I'm in a place now where I can go to depths in my practice and in my life, but not have to push, to just be mindful and understanding of where my body is, and then just finding the depths of where it can go. So let's go ahead and take the hands down by the sides for a moment and just notice, are you still sitting up? Can you take your hands out and then behind your head? And then from here, we're just going to sit up as tall as we can, even arch the back. So feel the shoulders drawing down the back and lift the sternum so the back is engaged. And then now we're going to exhale. Now the shoulders are widening, even though they're still drawing down, and you're pulling the belly in and rounding. And then inhale, lift up again, lift up, open, feel the shoulders drawing down the back and widening, and then drawing forward, but the shoulders are still drawing down, but the back is stretching. And then sit up, nice and neutral. And from here, we're going to take it into some side bending. So sit way up, and then exhale, side bend to the right. And you feel the contraction in the right side and length on the left side. Shoulders are down and widening, and rise up. Go to the other side. Lift up, side bend to the left. Notice what's going on, or your shoulders are drawing away from your ears. And rise up. And one more time, lift up, going to the right. This time, let's take the right hand down. And with the right hand down, focus on rolling that shoulder blade, that right shoulder blade, away from your ear and bending the elbow a bit and coming a little deeper. Now feel this nice side body stretch. The shoulders are down. And then from here, we're going to gently, you can even drop your elbow, turn the head down so you get a nice neck stretch. Maybe you drop the chin and breathe and just notice what's going on. I'm feeling nice stretch here. You just notice and a little bit in my neck. And then inhale, start to turn. And then maybe turn and look all the way up. I'm pressing my head back into my hand. It feels very supported. Now I'm going to reach the arm and open a little more. I'm bending this right elbow and pulling this right elbow towards me and shoulder away from my ear. And then I reach, really rolling the shoulder blades away as externally rotating that left arm. Reach. Nice side body from the pinky finger out my hip. And then inhale, rise up. And we'll go to the other side. So inhale, reach. Take a side bend to the left. And from here, take the hand down. Now, as I bend this elbow, I roll the shoulder away from my ear. Feel that. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and turn, and then I'm dropping my chin down. And so I'm getting a nice stretch in the back of the neck. And then inhale, I'm going to start to turn, pushing my head back into my hand and opening and really open. And notice I'm still pulling in this way, shoulder away from the ear. Then I'm going to reach up. And then rolling the shoulder away from the ear, I reach over. Reach. You could keep your gaze up. Maybe you're straight ahead if that puts strain on your neck. You could even take your head down if you needed to. But reach. And then inhale, rise up. And then from here, reach the arms and reach the arms. And then let's go ahead and make our way over to all fours. So in the cat-cow, we move the hips and we move the shoulders. There's so much going on. So when we're in the rounded position, right, when we tuck under, we pull the belly in, right? So it's stretching. And across the back, across the shoulder blades, we stretch by protracting. This is protraction to widen those shoulder blades so they're not sinking. They're still drawing away from your ears, so you get the most out of this position. And then as you come forward, the back starts to work and arch. So the shoulder blades might come closer together. They're still drawing down, but you still want to widen them. You're not squishing. So they're working to open the front. Try that one more time. Pull the belly in. Really think about what you're doing here. This rounded cat is stretching the spine. The shoulders are pulling away from your ears and you're getting wide across the back. The pelvis is tucking under. So it's stretching the low back too. And then you come forward. Let your shoulder blades draw away from your ears. And there's a sense of widening too. And then come to neutral. And then from here, let's take the feet together and let's come into Adho Mukha Virasana or child's pose. And I'm trying to draw my tail down and reach my arms forward and let your spine lengthen. And breathe here. Inhale. Breathe into your back body. This is an excellent position to find your breath in the rib cage. Let the shoulders elevate. In other words, they lift up, but then they roll away from your ears. So you're stretching from your pinky finger all the way down to your hips. Breathe. And then inhale, rise up. And let's stay on all fours for a moment. We'll come into a thread the needle, which is a nice shoulder stretch. It can be. So let the right arm lift up, and then we're gonna shoot it through. So lift up. Let's actually even twist. Open, 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 and then we're gonna take it through. So as you come through, you can roll onto that right shoulder a little bit, but make sure your shoulder's rolling away from your ears. You could even lean a little to the right. Just do what feels good in your body. You want to be feeling a bit of a stretch in the back of that right shoulder. It should feel good. And then inhale. We'll come and we'll do the other side. So this left side, we're going to turn, reach, opening, and then exhale. We thread the needle. You can bend that right elbow as you come through. try to get that left shoulder down. And you can lean to the left a little. Lean to the left and just feel that stretch in the back of the left shoulder. Breathe and inhale. And you don't have to force it. You can keep it easy. And then from here, since we're on our knees, we're going to continue this journey. And now I want to come into some Anjaneyasana variations because this pose is so wonderful. It really helps to open the hips and the shoulders, and it also works the hips and the shoulders for support. I'm going to use this little towel and yoga blocks. So I always practice with yoga blocks and a towel because they come in handy, but you don't have to. But I'm going to use this towel for my back knee, and then with the yoga blocks, I'm going to step my right foot forward. Make sure you're a little forward of your kneecap and not directly on it. And then from here, I want to really work these muscles under the butt. I want you to posteriorly tilt this pelvis. Try to get your butt under on this side and get a stretch right on the top of the hip flexors. Keep this nice right angle at the front leg and you're pulling your right butt back. And then from here, let's bow forward. Bow forward. Pull the belly in. It's okay to round your spine. You're saying a little prayer here as you feel the hip flexors stretch in the front. And breathe. And then from here, inhale, rise up. We're going to take angel arms. So angel arms are so good because they really encourage you to work the back muscles so that you can stretch the front. So drawing the shoulders down and wide, find a sense of width here so they're not just squishing together as you lift the sternum. Now start to bend the front knee and see where you can go. Lift the sternum. So you're fully supported. The hips are working and stretching. The left hip is really stretching. The front hip is working. Go back and just take it to where it feels good. If you wanted to, you could reach the arms for full expression, but go where your body wants to go. Breathe, 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 and slowly rise up. And then we'll go to the other side. So I'm just going to move my little towel just for a little cushion, and then step the left foot forward. Make sure you're a little forward of your kneecap and not directly over it. And then from here, make a right angle with your knee to your thigh, and then tuck the right butt under. Like really feel that strong, nice hip flexor stretch on the right side, pulling the left butt back. If you can, you could release the blocks and bow forward, pull your belly in. If your balance was off, use the blocks. That's always okay. And pull your belly in. Feel that stretch. Feel those under the butt muscles on that right side. And then inhale, rise up. Now we're taking it into angel arms. So feel the shoulders down, draw down your back engages. There's a sense of width. They're not just squeezing together. As you come forward, keep that right butt under, pull the left butt back, angel arms to where you went, and then maybe reach. Breathe, 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 and inhale, rise up. Hopefully that felt really good, and you just take it to the depths that your body wants to go and let your breath guide you. We'll come down to seated now. So go ahead and take the legs out in front and sit up in Dandasana for a moment. So notice when you're in Dandasana, is your pelvis curling back like this, or can you sit way up? And maybe you need to bend the knees a little to do that. That's okay. Let's come to Paschimottanasana, or forward bend. So you could use the prop here if you had to, or you could sit up on a bolster or blankets. Bend the knees, get your spine really lengthened, and then start to reach forward. And then from here, when you've gone as far as you can, go ahead and round the spine and drop your head, shoulders away from your ears, and just engage the legs so you feel the stretch in the hamstrings, and breathe. Forward bends are supposed to be about release, so don't overdo. Just take it to a place that feels nice in your body. Breathing. And then inhale, lengthen. And now we're going to come into Upavistha Konasana, which is great for the hips and opening the inner thighs, but it can be really hard for some people. I'm going to show you the side view so you can see what my spine is doing, but you could face out and use your mat. So my legs are coming out. I'm going to scoot forward a little bit, and then notice I'm not too far spread out. And then take the hands behind you for a moment and notice as your pelvis back, because maybe the inner thighs are tight, lift up. And if this isn't doable, I want you to really find that curve in your low back, that arch in your low back. Maybe by bending the knees, you can find that. And that's okay, because you're still feeling the stretch. So just take it to where you can find that. And then if everything's going well and you want to try, we come forward. So let the sternum lead you forward and then rise up. And then we try that again. Come forward. If you need to bend the knees a little, that's okay. Lead with your sternum and come up. And the next one we're going to try and hold. So take a breath in and come forward. If you needed to bend the knees, you could. Maybe you could grab the feet. And just breathe here. Inhale. Just go where it feels good in your body. I'm trying to stick my butt out. I'm really focusing on that. And it's helping my inner thighs really stretch. And I'm working my external rotators at the same time on my hips. Breathe. And then inhale, rise up. And then let's take everything together. And now we're going to take it down to the floor. So just take a breath in and we'll slowly curl the spine back. Exhale, pull the belly in, supporting the spine, coming all the way down. You could use your hands, you could hold on here, all the way down. And from here, let's go ahead and let's come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So feet together. I'm going to take the hands behind the head today and just open. Feel the shoulders drawing down and wide. And just stay here for a moment and breathe. Inhale and exhale. And try to get your knees to open a little wider. See if that's possible. Breathing. You could even kind of go side to side, rocking, keeping it gentle. And then maybe finding a middle place and just holding that. Notice, are you arching? Can you just find neutral? And breathe. And then we'll slowly release. And then we'll come into a nice articulating bridge. So taking a breath in, just start to tuck and curl your pelvis up. Lift up as high as you can. Lifting up, up, up. Use the muscles in the back of the legs, the butt, the shoulders are rolling back. The chin is not here, it's not here, it's right in the middle. And now reach your arms over your head. And let's slowly articulate down, so curling. Feel the belly pull way in and you're tucking and curling down, supporting the spine, coming all the way down. And then let the arms come down. And then let's go ahead and cross the right ankle over the left knee and pull in. You could stay here as well. Pull in. And I want you to feel that glute stretch on that right side, maybe some inner thigh. And you're trying to open this right knee. So I'm using the elbow a little bit, no tension in the neck. Breathing. And then slowly bringing it down. Let's take a little twist. So taking the right foot to the floor on the left side as I come into this twist. And now I'm turning my ribs and my shoulders are down and then my head goes to the right. And then from here, letting this come up, we're gonna go the other way. So let the left knee come down to the floor. And with my right ankle, I'm just encouraging that left knee down and feeling this nice side stretch, shoulder away from your ear. Maybe you want to take your gaze. Breathing. Inhale, bringing it back. Let's go to the other side. So cross the left ankle over the right knee. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you can pull in without neck tension. And I'm trying to encourage the opening of this left knee. Breathing. Shoulders are down. And then from here, we'll come into the twist. So I'm dropping that left foot down to the floor, turning the right ribs to the left, then the shoulders, and then the head, and breathing. It feels nice in the hips, feels nice in the shoulders, across the chest, everywhere. And then let it come up. Let's go the other way. So as you drop this right knee to the floor, I'm gently just encouraging with this left ankle, a little weight on that right thigh to open up the side a little bit more, but you could be here too. And then I'm turning the left ribs to the right, the shoulder, the head, and then just bring it back. And then let's go ahead and just hug everything in for a moment, relaxing the neck and shoulders. Maybe you want to grab here and come into this one, happy baby, and then release. And let everything just release. And be in that sense of just letting go of any tension and that sense of depth and wisdom in your body, and just let it go. And you can stay here as long as you like, but I'm going to go ahead and take us out. So just become aware of your breath. Start to move fingers and toes. And as you're ready, we're going to come into a fetal position. So just pause there for a moment and notice how you're feeling. And then taking your time to come up to seated. And I always love to take this moment to come back to where we were at the beginning of class, to notice the effects of the practice, this theme of aging, of going deep but not pushing, its experience and the joy it brings. And stay in this and let it resonate in everything you do. Namaste.